Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to fire deep. Snags it on the right. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Longhorns!
Texas, number 5, with the catch in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Line gets set, first down. They'll turn to Martinez. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well, and they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass, it's Battiato. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They're trying to get to him. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Got a man. It's Carr. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Going up top on first down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Texas.
Touchdown, Texas. Number 21 takes it back for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. News, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Johnson. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low.
Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, this is why you see tight ends featured in offenses now across college football. They're so pivotal because they're so big, so strong, can break tackles, and then can outrun people and get to the end zone. Big play by the big fella.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got his man. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll throw one to his right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the incompletion brings up a second down. The give to the back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Number 8 with the grab and the score.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT.
That ties the game.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
Set to advance on the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back on the move. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds a man on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it. Touchdown, Canes! What a grab and go for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Texas offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. To the air, it's Ewers. Got his man on the right. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep, that's going to open up your running game later on.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Golden.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Ewers. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's right down the boulevard. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more snap coming before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the 1st half on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 28, Texas 24.
And the Canes will kick it away to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the 2nd half. Get this run game established.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, this is a receiver that needs to touch the ball in a variety of ways. They're going to throw it to him, but they're also going to get him involved on jet sweeps.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Using his legs, it's Gibson. Bowls his way forward. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Ewers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just doesn't.
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll keep it himself. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for space, it's Allen. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Looking for a man. It's Battiato. He hurls one deep down the left side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Hurricane! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Trying to find his man on first down. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You can't teach instincts, and you can't teach vision. A wonderful job by the defender, breaking on the football, stepping in front, making the interception.
Quarterback checking the play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
He's back to throw on second down. Makes the grab. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 35, Texas 24.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Canes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw, it's Gattiato. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Miami! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for the big play. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Canes! The defense takes matters into their own hands. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 7 over Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
First and 10.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air one more time. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now on 1st down from the 30. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Buys a little extra time. Throws toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
To the air on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more concerned, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the pummeling has started. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some prop. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. The play action fake. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Dropping back, it's Ewers. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
32.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
Reels it in down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, it's out.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back.
Touchdown, Miami! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, salt interwove, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
To the air, it's Ewers. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Cade! And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take over. First and
10. Here comes the Texas offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Ball's out. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it